a show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak. You better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. It is July the 4th. And we've got something patriotic sitting on. Look at that. Boy, look at that shirt.
Something like that.
Boom, boom, boom. Good morning.
I can't help but notice there's an empty chair by you there, Greg.
Naturally, I'm just going to get a can of compressed air and put over there.
This is like the 4th week in a row she skipped. Yeah.
Does she have long-term disability? Or?
Something's happened. We should check on it.
Give her a call, make sure she's still all right.
Did that turbine on that broom break? What was it?
I guess when she retired, she just retired.
She retired all right.
You'd think she'd be out beating the bushes trying to, she'd be up here.
Yeah, no.
Getting some FaceTime, some recognition,
Use it as an application.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's just laid out somewhere on a beach. Bless her heart.
Oh, man.
Toes in the sand.
Yeah.
We have to, and let's go ahead and address this because each of us yesterday attended Barry White's funeral that was held down in Quitman and then to Rolling Fork Baptist Church.
Creek.
I was close, wasn't I?
Yeah, something was rolling anyway.
It was.
Yeah.
But boy, the hospitality that was done there, wasn't it, Greg?
Yes, sir. That was it was very fitting. I thank everyone in the community, his co-workers, law enforcement in general, and all of his friends, church friends, sent him off in style. I think he would be very appreciative.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think he'd have been grinning. But when the video of them coming by his house for the last time and Harold, before you could ever see a truck, before you could ever even hear a siren, Harold knew it and started that pacing and hollering and carrying on. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind if people don't believe animals know what's happening.
Harold,
wait till you see that video.
It's touching. I'm gonna try to put that together and piece it all together where we could have one video that shows it. But Harold does. He prances up and you can see him looking around like this, and he starts to hee-hawing and pawing and looking, and here comes the funeral procession of Barry going by the house, and man, it was touching. That'd bring a tear to a glass eye.
I'm telling you, it was.
And Lee's going to take care of him, so he's going to stay there with his new cow friends, and Lee's going to take care of him, so he's still going to stay there. That'll be good for Harold.
And let's also brag on because it's you used to hear this, and Clark County showed yesterday they do this when there's a death in the family of how they bring out food for those, and boy, they really went above and beyond.
Let me tell you, that was a spread beyond spreads. Man, it was something. But when a first responder passes, we do a 10-7 where dispatch usually gets on there and says, thank you for your service, blah, blah, we've got it from here, carry on. Yesterday kind of hit me pretty tough.
Everybody there.
When I heard the goodbye yesterday because dispatch didn't say a word. There was a recording, and it was Barry White himself that said,
went
Clark to Central, thank you, but now I am 10-7 for the remainder. And that just really caught another, and it still is right this second.
It makes your hair on your arms.
It caught another gear. Man.
So we say thank you to everybody that took part of that.
Yes.
The law enforcement, Mississippi Highway Patrol was there. We appreciate each and one of y'all showing your support for a dear friend. We do.
Absolutely.
And again, today, the 4th of July, we've got celebrations that will begin tonight. Gates open at 3:30. Vendors will be there by 4, and then we'll probably have some things in the sky around 9 o'clock, roughly like that.
Yeah.
You'll be opening up here in a little while.
As soon as I can get there. Be there until probably about 10 tonight. We didn't get out of there at about 11 last night, so, I say 10. 10 usually turns into 11.
It does, doesn't
Get that big crowd rush after the show tonight.
Yeah.
People get that bug and say, whoop, want to do this at home.
It's fun. But you'll be there to help out plenty of staff, right?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, did you hear that? I hope so.
I hope so. I'm going to tell you, I'm about...
You have some folks drug up on you before?
Well, I'm about wore flap out, but I appreciate everyone.
He only works twice a year.
It's been one more rough week, but
this has been
it's been hard. I mean, I love what I do, but my heart just hadn't been where it should have been with it because with Barry.
We lost a good friend.
Yeah, we just lost a good friend. And that'll take a long time. That ain't going to happen, overnight. There's a hole there. And, hey, that's a testament to somebody. When you're on somebody's mind daily.
And you leave a void.
Yeah, that's right.
But
this
I want to say
blood.
this.
This isn't mama, daddy, sister,
No,
brother.
this is just a friend that made an impact on my life. And, for that, I will say, if you see me in the next couple of days and I don't act like I apologize. But I'm getting there. I'm going to be all right.
The speakers, all of them were great. Made me smile. Made me laugh. Todd Kemp, he hit a home run there, and he really had a good talk about Barry there as he led the congregation of the church with that.
Yep.
Again,
but I'm gonna tell you something. Todd Kemp could talk about Barry probably until he just couldn't talk no more. There's so many Barry. They were close. I mean, like
Yes.
he said, that was like a son to him, and they went back so many years. That's just one of them things.
It was. There was a lot of great stories told from the pulpit of he done this, he done that, and I often heard, well, Barry would have been ornery over this. He wouldn't have wanted it this way, and he had to have it a certain way. And we all know that. What day was it? Thursday. You had to get your hair cut. It didn't matter what happened.
It didn't matter. Thursday at 1 o'clock, Odie, 1:30.
No, 11 o'clock, or sometimes he delayed our lunch meeting.
Getting his hair done.
Yeah. I mean, he never did have any over.
Yeah, most people got more hair on their knuckles than Barry had.
But he's getting it trimmed.
That haircut.
But he was gonna get it.
And the grass, it all happened each week.
Oh, man.
Kind of like, what was that song, Bubba Hyde? Each week.
And that church grass, Barry cut a lot of grass. We'll be waiting to go to the beach. Well, I got to finish the grass. Man, it'll be there.
Barry, ain't there somebody else that can do it?
It'll be there.
So that kind of wrapped up yesterday for us as we went out and took our dear friend to his final resting place. Big thank you to all of those with that. Boy, we're going to talk about the Meridian Police Department. They've been busy. Greg was scared this morning.
Yeah, I had to drive slow.
You didn't have a choice, did you?
No, my hat's off to them. Everywhere I look, I see one.
Amen.
We hadn't seen that in 4 years. We'll talk more about that coming up next here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Spring is here. It's time to get your lawn looking its best with Kubota mowers. Parish Tractor's Kubota Z232 KW42 is the perfect mower for a pristine lawn. And now, you can own one with payments as low as $95 a month. Visit Parish Tractor today and take advantage of this amazing offer. 2.99% APR financing now through 6/30/25. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
More than a tractor store.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. They carry the Nixon tire with free roadside hazard service, along with high-tread used tires. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
And good morning and welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Greg is here and we have that empty chair. We were asked about it again. Where is she?
I don't know. It's like a phantom in the night. She's gone.
She watched that Phantom of the Opera and disappeared.
Just poof.
Poof. We'll hope to have her back next week. She promised, like gave Scouts honor that she'd be here next week. You believe her?
I've heard that for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, she hadn't showed, has she?
No.
Blessed, as we say. It is July the 4th. We do hope you're having a wonderful day. And our nation, y'all, we may have some issues here and there, but it is the greatest nation upon this earth
Absolutely.
At this point in time. We are it. We have the bulls by the horn. There's a lot that I don't know. We expect a big ceremony today for that big, beautiful bill. Now,
Oh, yeah. He's going to sign that this afternoon.
I did catch a few of the good factors in it, I'm sure, and he's even said that some things may have to be tweaked later. But, the whole Yellowstone thing wouldn't even have a movie at this point. They have made it now to where if you were to leave your land to your children, they're not taxed on it. And I think that is absolutely good because, Yellowstone ended because they couldn't pay the taxes.
That's right.
The inheritance tax.
And it's just not right. If your parents paid for it and you ought to get it.
Well, I mean, the taxes have already been paid, and they continue to be paid. And the money they made and put up it has been taxed and taxed to death. And then just because you give it to somebody else in your family,
Then they got to pay 30%.
then they've got to turn around and pay a whole nother tax on top of it. It's not right. It's not fair, especially when the money is turned around. And the reason we have so much high taxes is not for protection and the regular operation of our government, but to pay for people who will not work, that sit around waiting for mailbox money.
We had somebody, we were looking at this morning where Medicaid and things, we had so many illegals on it that had never paid into it. Now, here's another thing that Americans are going to like in this, the big, beautiful bill. Because I've heard so many go, well, I don't want to work overtime because I don't get anything out of it. They have now made it overtime money will not be taxed in that. Did you see that?
It's up to... There is a max. Now, it's on up there, and I'm good with that. But, I mean, your overtime and all that, once it reaches $70,000, then you're taxed on above that. But your first $70,000, whatever it is, that's money back in your pocket for your family.
It is. And then also, if you're a waitress, your tips are not going to be taxed.
That's right.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it?
That's a really good one.
There's some places that they said, look, we know you're getting cash tips, and we don't feel that you're claiming all that. So every check, we're going to take a percentage out because we know you're getting cash and you're not going to claim it. So we're just going to go ahead and prepay some tax for you. Never thought that was right. This right here is going to take care of that, where now they're going to get that full $2.13 an hour at the end of the day.
And again, there's other things in this bill that I'm not aware of yet. It's big. It's monstrous.
There's some stuff hid in there probably that we wouldn't like.
Yep.
But we all know, and I hate to say this, but it's just the truth. You got to give to get. So somebody had to, you know what I'm saying? They might not have been exactly on their convictions, but they had to do what they had to do to get the good.
Yeah.
Now, I don't agree with it always. I don't.
And a prime example is you sure look great in that dress when you're wanting some supper.
No. Next.
We thought we'd just give you a little example there how this system works. Again, good morning to you. We're so glad to have you here. Boy, this is, as Greg hinted just a minute ago on the way into work, you had to drive speed limit.
Yes, sir. I have seen more Meridian Police since Tuesday, Monday, than I've seen the last 3 or 4 years.
And that is no lie. They have been in full swing as a new chief has taken place. Malachi Sanders, and somebody asked when we would have him. We will have him. I've met with him, talked with him several times. He will come on the show. He's been extremely, and when I say extremely busy the last 48 hours, I talked to him last night as we went to the streets here. And I won't play this, but I want you to pay attention in the background here, what I've got going on here. We have police checks set up, all of them out and about. They were checking license there at 29th Avenue. As we stood there, it was 3 taken into custody for DUI there. Now, I hope to get the statistics from all of this today of what the numbers are. You think about that little short time that they were there. Here's Darrell, he's on there with the chief, but 3 there. And I think yesterday at that point it was 5 that had already been taken into custody. They had rollbacks lined up down the road there, taking in the cars of the people that were drinking and driving. And a lot of people, well, why you do that? Well, it saves lives. Let's just be honest about it. No one has any problem with anyone having a drink. Just don't get behind the wheel and endanger our lives or your life, your grandchildren. And that's what we've got to say about that. It was a huge police presence, and it wasn't just on 29th Avenue. They moved around Meridian, and he keeps telling me, no, this isn't just a July 4th thing. This is going to be...
This is constant.
Yeah, it's going to be constant.
Yep.
And it will be in areas of the town where there's a lot of gunfire. They're going to start having these.
Well, some people had commented on there, oh, well, there you go. Sit on the side of the road and harass people with no insurance and don't worry about the crime going on where you ought to be riding up and down the roads. Well, number one, those are special details. So there's cars going up and down the road to make your regular calls and patrol.
Right.
Number 2, driving a vehicle is a privilege.
Correct.
I've got to buy a tag for my vehicle. I have to buy insurance for my vehicle. Those are things required
By law.
To own a vehicle and drive that vehicle. You also have to have a driver's license that says you meet minimum requirements to drive a vehicle. There's also people who are actually wanted that the courts have said, bring him to me.
And they can't find them.
But they know their names.
And they know they're going to be moving.
So some of the best ways to find wanted criminals.
Well, let me interrupt now that you say that. That actually happened yesterday.
That's right.
Right here. What's the pup's name? What's his name? I know it's on the tip of my tongue. But he was out with Officer Moody last night as they made a stop. And the driver
took off.
Yeah, had a firearm in his hand, and he had a felony warrant and commenced to run it.
But had they not made that, like Odie said, had they not been stopping and checking, people get mad about the seatbelt law.
Yeah.
I ain't got an opinion. If you want me to wear it, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. But it is a reason to ask for your license. It is a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
You mean, so the simplest thing out there is, hi, ma'am, sir, may I see your driver's license? Sure, here. Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Nothing
That's
happened.
as simple as it is.
Yeah.
If you're not hiding something or you're not wanting to be a herald, then showing your driver's license should not be a huge issue. It should be, yes, thank you for being out here because you are protecting us, the law-abiding citizens, as we travel the roads, and that's what we all want. Safe traveling while we drive and to have law and order. And this is the simplest way to do it.
And roll your window down.
There you
Got
go.
that right.
I'm sorry. That is so disrespectful to me. Don't be slapping no license against the... These people out here, they're trying to help you until we get that mindset back in this country that the police is here to help us, not hurt us. They are who you call when things go. Until we get that way of thinking back, I don't see it getting any better.
I'm with you 100% on that. And you constantly see these videos on YouTube and online how to not give information to the police.
How to stir up trouble is what it basically
But
says.
you know what it doesn't really show is how all that completely ends.
Yeah.
Because there's a song, I fought the law and the law won.
That's right.
You're
not going to win on the side of the road. Now, and you may be, and I'm not saying they don't make mistakes. I'm not saying they don't make mistakes. But smile, take your ticket, look at the bottom of your ticket, and it'll have a court date.
Yep.
You will not win. Let me re-say that. You will not win on the side of the road arguing with a police officer.
It doesn't work.
But you can go to court, and if you got a legitimate problem,
Get thrown out.
justice usually, now I know there's, oh, well, they did this, they did. No. For the most part, justice will be served. But you're not going to win
You
at
ain't
that
gonna win it
traffic
there.
stop when that guy's got cars behind you that everybody's waiting to get through there. Take your ticket, shut up, go home, and go to court.
So Todd Kemp, Sheriff Todd Kemp, he says, and we've brought this up so many times. Do you want a police department that is reactive, which means we wait for something to happen and then we go see if we can work on it? Or do you want one that's proactive, which gets ahead of the game? And Sheriff Todd Kemp says if people want a safe city, then the police has to be proactive. And these stops are proactive. That's the way you're getting criminals off the street.
And let me be clear about this. The day that Jimmy Smith took office some 4 years ago, he told the police department that they could not talk to the media. They couldn't tell anything. He didn't want any information leaked out, period. So we no longer had anybody that talked to anybody, and Meridian was in the dark for 4 years. Here's your new police chief, Malachi Sanders. He has taken over. Percy Bland is now the mayor, and he told him to talk to as many people as he wanted to. He's doing that. We met with him last night. I didn't even know Gail could talk. I was like, what's happening there, Gail? Our assistant police chief, who's been there for 4 years, and he couldn't talk until last night. And I was like, wow, you do have a voice. He's real nice, by the way. But
I get along with him, worked with him before.
All our officers, and the mood change. There was actually smiles, people talking as we stood around with the officers last night. I'm totally different than what we've had the last 4 years.
And Chief Sanders says that he's not going to sit behind his desk. He's going to be out.
That's because he got it back.
Working with.
I got news for you.
Working with his guys.
You look at the arms on that rascal. I'd be smiling if he wanted me to smile too.
Former Mississippi Highway Patrol is what he does.
Yeah.
Just retired from the Highway Patrol.
Absolutely.
Takes his experience now to the streets of Meridian. And they I think they done like 5 or 6 different areas last night of detail of checking lights.
If you won't get out of the car, he'll just pick it up and turn it over and shake it. Get you out.
You want to come out on your own? Would you like to be proactive on getting out of the vehicle?
That's exactly right. He'd bite the door off of it.
Let me show you this. This is last night on North Hill Street. This is MPD there, and we had a situation there also as they were checking cars. And here come a puppy dog in a van.
Here we are.
They had a lot of people there, and when they make a traffic stop, you're going somewhere. If you're not, if you're breaking the law, they're going to haul you somewhere. A lot of trips to Clark County last night.
They're trained. The police officers are trained to be courteous and be nice, but to remain one level above your aggression. And if you're nice, they're going to be nice. Period. If you get aggressive, they're going to be one step higher. It's the only way. These guys have got to go home. These men and women have to go home. They have to remain safe. They have to remain vigilant. If you want to go home 5 minutes after you get pulled over, then comply with what they ask you to do or tell you to do. It makes it so much easier at the end of the day.
So that's what was going on in the streets of Meridian last night. Again, a different change, a different look there. And the last couple of days, it's been kind of mild throughout the area. So we're going to start talking next about what's coming into Meridian tonight. A lot of people are going to be out on the highways and byways. We'll talk about that next.
Halito, this is Choctaw Princess Leilani Allen. Join us for our Diamond Year celebration, the 75th Choctaw Indian Fair, July 8th through 12th.
Enjoy performances from top artists Tasha Cobbs Leonard, Tatanka Means, Indigenous, Chapel Hart, Chris Young, and Flo Rida. Experience Choctaw art, food, dancing, and carnival rides. Ignite your competitive spirit with Res Run, Iron Warrior, Volleyball, and the Cornhole Tournament. Visit ChoctawIndianFair.com and like us on Facebook.
Hope to see you there. HSP
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a Z71 2500 HD? Or maybe you're looking for the Ford F-150 with lots of leg room in it. Plenty of SUVs like the Explorer for the family. Or if you're looking for a gas saver to go back and forth to work, come by and see the mini cars like this Nissan.
The low profit dealer, Messy Supermart.
At Pettigil.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie. It is the 4th of July, as you'll see the patriotic shirts there. And one thing that makes the 4th patriotic is a watermelon, isn't it, Greg?
Oh, yeah. I left for a little while yesterday and drove back up, and my future son-in-law was about knee-deep in a watermelon outside my business.
Didn't you have a knife?
Yeah, and I looked at first I looked and I said, who cut that watermelon? It looks like a chainsaw. He's just grinning ear to ear, dripping off both elbows. I said, Dylan, what are you doing? Cars, people all in the building. He said, somebody went to put their stuff in the car and this rolled out and hit the ground. The guy said, ain't nothing wrong with it. Y'all want? He said, well, yeah, I'm going to eat that before it gets hot.
I don't blame
you. Can't waste a watermelon.
No, you can't waste.
You.
No. That's right.
I'm telling you, watermelon, it just says the 4th of July. I love it. It is more, especially if it's been in a refrigerator. That's the best.
Oh.
And then there are those like Odie who would salt it.
You dang skimpy.
No, I don't want no salt.
My honeydew, I'm going to salt it. Cantaloupe,
honeydew, we can just mail that to somebody because I don't want no cardboard. Now, to me, that's what a honeydew tastes like.
You don't eat the outside.
I don't.
It's the inside.
I love cold cantaloupe. I love a cold watermelon, but I don't want no honeydew. It ain't got no taste.
Yeah,
this doesn't have much of a taste.
Well, just eat the salt and save the honeydew.
Well,
I mean, come on.
And but I definitely got to have salt on my watermelon. Got to.
Michelle, welcome to the show. We're glad you're having a cup of coffee with us.
Yes, and we do call Dylan Willard.
And Michelle was there.
Thanks to Don and Barry.
Yeah, Willard. That's his name that he's gone by. Hanging around Greg as a father-in-law, you can imagine he wants to have an alias.
Well, I think Barry White was the one that first called him that. He could never remember Dylan, so he just started calling him Willard.
Well, it kind of makes sense there.
Yeah.
We had a little fender bender this morning on I-20. This would be the 154 westbound.
Is that the one about 5 o'clock?
That's it. Right there, real close to U-Haul area along in there. And traffic was blocked. They shut the interstate down. It involved an 18-wheeler and a car. They got it all cleared up now. Things are back rolling. But it sure did slow down traffic there for a few minutes this morning, causing some issues for us.
It doesn't take but a half a second to back up traffic on our interstate. Ask Greg how many dead-gum car haulers come by at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I can tell you right now, I sat there one morning, we was waiting on a cleanup, and all I did was count car haulers going one direction. And I had like 30-something in like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
He said, how bored are you? I said, well, I got to do something. So I just started doing my own counting.
Got to get it there. What was that trick they used to do with the Volkswagen you're in a car where you'd have to...
punch bug.
Punch bug.
Yeah, that was it.
Or if you got close enough to an 18-wheeler, you could put the Volkswagen in neutral and it would pull you.
Talking about that suck-up factor, you get up behind it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Draft is what they call that.
A draft?
Draft. This is going to be happening tonight from the City of Meridian. Scott McQuigg is going to be making his way there along with the Tomcats. JC Experience and Grayson Culpepper will be the entertainment for the big show tonight at Bonita. Now, the gates will open roughly around 3:30. We're thinking dark 30. That's usually 8:45, 9 o'clock before you'll start seeing things in the sky. It should be a really, really big show, a lot of entertainment with that. Meridian Fire Department will be on standby. We will have lots and lots of police there at Bonita to make sure that everything goes off without a hitch.
You know that Grayson Culpepper, y'all watch it. He's gonna be on this Idol or one of these days. That kid is awesome and really, really does a great job singing. And I foresee him in the future bringing another one of those awards back home to Meridian.
There you go. We had Shad White out busy again this time.
Imagine that.
Yeah, he's picked up a lady friend. $1,100 was missing there. She's been in order to pay $1,531.68 in restitution. That's Lisa Goodson, former Sardis Water Department clerk. Can't be taken from the till. Shad will come to town with his little agents there, and they get kind of serious about that.
Yeah.
That did happen there yesterday. As Shad made that arrest on that. Another thing is I talk with him often in Neshoba County. They have ramped up, beefed up. Everything is in full swing there at the Neshoba County Fairgrounds. As you'll remember, last year they had some people breaking into cars before the fair began. They made an arrest before that. This year everything has gone smooth, but they want you to know they're there. They're going to be watching everything as the Neshoba County Fair approaches. We'll have the Indian Fair first, and then the Neshoba County will begin after that. And cabins are open now for people that have them to start staying there.
Well,
it's going to be hot and red mud.
And wet.
It's going to be it's either going to be really hot or it's going to be really muddy.
Now, I haven't heard yet who the political speakers will be this year at Founders Square there.
Well,
it'll be kind of an off year.
Next year will be kind of big.
Well, how many of them that really want to be governor are going to go ahead and move forward and come on up and say?
Well, I don't think they do it this year. They schedule that out.
And so it's no political speaking?
I don't know. I don't think
they will. They'll have Meridian Day, usually on a Wednesday. But I don't think there's going to be any real big political speeches. They may have the governor come and speak. They may have somebody that's holding an office come speak. But there won't be any campaigning or anything.
Okay, well, I didn't realize all
I want to shout out to Mr. Bob McNeese. He always commenting on his show. Come by yesterday and introduced himself. Super nice guy, really nice guy. Enjoyed meeting him.
Oh, Bob!
Look at that, happy 4th of July, baby duck. And with Lindsay on there, I got to give a special shout out to Sawyer Halfacre, who is the Player of the Week, second base baseball player for the DeKalb Goats.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, did you know that they had a baseball team named the Goats?
No, I can't say I did. That's the new. I know there's a goat out on I-20 that keeps getting spotted.
He's up under a bridge right now. He's kind of smart. He gets in the shade.
Scott's going to have a birthday tomorrow. Make sure to get your birthday in to us.
Yep, y'all get us on there.
Let's take a look at what happened in history. I bet this is no surprise what happened in 1776. Y'all all knew that, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Just checking there. 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed. And if you've ever heard the rest of the story, the people that signed that would give up everything they had. They would be tracked down, and most lost their lives on that little piece of paper. John Hancock wanted to make sure they saw his name.
Do you know each one of those were well-to-do?
Yeah.
They had money. They pressed forward, and by the end of their lives, they didn't have hardly a dime to their name.
Well, they were persecuted for all of that. It would be 1826, this guy would die. He would be your third president. Thomas Jefferson passed away on today's date in 1826. Get out of here. Let's see, also at this was within, what they say within 5 minutes. They had argued back and forth, and they sent letters to each other, and they would die within 5 minutes of each other.
Wow.
John Adams also died. But I don't think they got along too well. Best I can remember.
Right there at the last minute, anyway, they didn't.
It would be 1945 before people would get over this. It was 1863 on this day that Vicksburg surrendered up on the hill. But it would be 1945 before they would ever celebrate a 4th of July again. This is a caption from 1863. They took a snapshot of that. When I tell you there was no Whoppers left in town, no Burger Kings, there was nothing left. Everything was gone. They were starving, and they surrendered to Grant on the hill. Let's see what else happened. Do y'all remember this?
Oh, man, yeah.
She passed away today. No, she was born today, 1910. She's the lady that was in the Hope Diamond, the lady that played the elderly part in that. That was a good movie. I enjoyed that.
It was. That's what got Braylon hooked on the Titanic, and then he spent a lot of time. He can tell you anything about the Titanic, the sister ships of the Titanic, anything you want to know. He has studied it. He got infatuated off of that one program. And I said, good deal.
Piece of history, without a doubt there. Greg, you're going to know a lot about this guy as we go back to, it was 1916 he was born, but he was an Opry star
yes,
for years and years. You remember him? String Bean.
Yes, and do you know he was robbed and killed at his home
Over money.
Over money, because he didn't believe in a bank account or nothing like that. And he was good. He was funny.
Did you know that it was in the 1990s that they actually did finally find the money? It was hidden in the fireplace mantle in a secret compartment.
Really?
And the house was sold, and they were tearing the fireplace out and found the money, and it was whittled up, dry rotted, but it was their big wad of cash, and he never gave it up, even though he was murdered and his wife were murdered. He never gave it to him. And those two were finally arrested for his murder there. Who remembers this guy?
Unfortunately.
Well, that bandage on his nose being taken off.
Did he lose his job on Fox? I never see him being asked questions anymore. Is he gone?
I don't know.
I hadn't seen Geraldo being interviewed over nothing lately.
He used to be on that 5 o'clock show. I think it was 5 o'clock that he came on.
Yeah. Y'all remember the song Lean On Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that sang that, Bill Weathers, was born on this date back in 1938. That was a big song. I can barely remember a few notes of that. Ain't No Sunshine. I don't know it as well as I do Lean On Me.
When it rains. Yeah.
Big one there. It would finally begin in 1970. I think every kid, most generations will know this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Casey Kasem, the American Top 40. He had that gravelly voice, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, the sheriff said that Geraldo was fired.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was a little left of center the last I had checked with him. He made his big debut. What was it there in the 90s? He went from being a talk show to where he went and covered the Gulf War, if you remember that. And he'd pop up. Not a lot of people liked him as much as he liked himself, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was proud of himself. The final episode in 1971 aired. One of Greg's favorites.
I see nothing.
The final episode, Hogan's Heroes.
Man, that was a good show.
And, of course, Bob Crane? Is that his name? Bob Crane?
Yeah.
The main actor with that. And he would die young. He was shot and killed at some point. I think a woman was involved in that. Let's see. This was it. 1981 is when this song came. Still today, a huge hit. Y'all remember this? I Was Country.
When country wasn't cool. Putting peanuts in the Coke and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And George Jones. And, of course, George had a cameo appearance in that song, and that was humongous. Barbara Mandrell was kind of the queen of country there during the 70s there. Earl Thomas Conley would have another number one today in 87. Anybody remember the song? That was a close one. ETC. He was the man that owned the charts in country music back then. Do you remember Thurston Howell?
Absolutely. And his wonderful wife, Lovey.
Yeah.
Did he play in anything else? I just can't remember.
He played in a couple of westerns.
He did?
He didn't care.
He was a storekeeper in one or something.
Something like that.
No, but I always wondered how little that boat was. How? And there's only going on a 3-hour tour.
All those clothes?
All the clothes
He had his
and
suitcase
costumes.
of money with him, too.
No, he had trunks and trunks and trunks of money. No wonder the boat crashed. They had so much weight on it.
And they did didn't they do a remake one time where they got saved?
Well, remember they built that and a storm came and they built that raft that had all them rooms on it and they were found. So to celebrate, skipper got another boat or whatever and they were going to go on
and got stranded again.
And right where we are, and Gilligan found that sign right back where they started.
Rump row.
All right, so
I watched a lot of TV.
Y'all remember Mr. Magoo as we grew up?
And Mac Barker, too.
All right, so they're saying now that Thurston Howell III was the voice of Mr. Magoo.
Okay.
Was he Casper also?
No. I guess the ghost got a birthday, though.
Okay, all right. Yeah, there you go. Well, I didn't know that he was Mr. Magoo.
That makes sense now that I hear it, yeah.
Voice actors, and good there. Back in 92, Winona had a song, and there's probably a lot of women who've gone through this. Boyfriend doesn't call back, so she finally gets brave enough. She gets in her car, she drives past his house, and what does she see? She saw the light on. Rump row, busted. She had a number one with I Saw the Light. July 4th, 1992 was when that song came out. She was really hot back then. She was on a streak after her and Mom separated. We just didn't know how confused Mom was at the time, did we?
Yeah.
Had no clue there. You'll remember this person, Eva Gabor. She passed away
Green
today.
Acres, ain't that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1995 is when she passed away. Very, very classy, and her sister was Jaja, who done the slapping. That's how I try to keep them apart. There. Oh, this is one that folks far and near will know.
Yeah, and I still watch him today every now and then.
Just can't help it. The portraits I hear are going for a lot there. Bob Ross passed away today at the age of 52. Little Happy Trees.
There's no mistake.
I ain't got a clue who that is.
You really don't?
I ain't got a clue.
He was the guy on ETV that done the paintings each week.
I didn't get that channel.
Greg, this guy.
Yeah, you got. It's the only channel you got.
I didn't get that channel.
This guy was. They still have like Bob Ross, because Dylan was talking about him one day. Bob Ross.
Well, he looks like Earl Thomas Conley.
Yeah, he had a lot of hair, didn't he?
All right, so when you're watching him, he's always PBS. That's right, Bob. When he was painting, he's always, well, you've got to do this, and you have a happy tree. And he was real soft-spoken.
Very soft-spoken.
And he said that he was in the military. He was a drill sergeant. And for years, all he did was yell at people. And when he retired, he said, I'll never raise my voice again.
And he didn't. He was just Little Happy Trees. And he was a phenomenal. There's like Bob Ross groups now. There's these pictures. It started out as a glob, and you think, that's not a picture. Next thing you know, he had this beautiful lake, and he's good.
You need to watch at least.
How bored are you people to watch this? I mean,
Happy Trees, Happy Trees.
I don't want to watch nobody paint. Can we hang around and watch it dry? I mean, come on. No.
Who remembers Charles Kurwalt? Do y'all remember him? He took that on the road. It was CBS on the road for many, many, many years. We all saw that motorhome when we were kids, floating across America for that next story there. My, how times have changed. This is a different Barry White.
Yeah.
As we always joke with Barry about being a singer. Barry White passed away in 2003. He was the love doctor. Isn't that the best way to describe it?
That's the best way to do him.
Did he sing Let's Get It On?
Yep.
Let's get it on. I don't know any other words. We had someone from one of, if you remember in Gone with the Wind, Scarlett had a couple sisters. Do y'all remember that? Did y'all ever watch that 12-hour shift? One of those passed away today, back in 2008. I don't think that there is anyone left in it now that was a cast member. I think the last one died somewhere around 2019. Olivia de Havilland, who played Melanie. I think she was the last one to, she was 101, 102 and passed away. But I think the entire cast now is gone. Been a while there. It was 1939 when that premiered. Already, what time is it?
It's about 17 till.
Oh boy. Coming up, we'll talk more about fireworks and things that are going on throughout the community. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome to City of Meridian.
We're a family-owned business that's been serving the community for 25 years.
If you're looking for a new Kia, we have them. And if we don't, we'll find it.
No stress, no hassle, just the best deals. And right now we can get rates as low as 0%.
Shop local, get the car you want. And be a part of the City of Meridian family.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing, or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have the size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. I was sitting here reading a situation that happened in Memphis, Tennessee. There was a casket left at a convenience store in the middle of the day for about 3 hours. I'm not lying. So, of course, people started taking pictures. People even started dropping by and getting in it and doing snapshots.
Oh, an empty casket.
An empty casket.
Okay.
After police showed up on the scene to investigate the situation, they soon realized what happens when you run out of room and you go into the scrapyard. Well, you got to leave something behind. They didn't have a strap to hold it on the way to the scrapyard, so they left the coffin to come back and get it later.
I gotta ask, where do you get a coffin to sell for scrap?
That's a good question.
You know, if
I ain't got one in my laying around in my garage.
If you're going to be cremated,
I wouldn't say
they're going. They could have one that you use, that you rent until the body's returned for cremation. And if you use one, just even for a little bit for a wake, that can't be sold as a coffin. So you'll have one rental. I guess they got
late night TV. Odie will be on there with used coffins.
$9.95.
You know,
but wait, if you order now, Honest Odie's used coffins.
They're saying they're labeling this as just plain out creepy.
Yes,
it is.
I think it's a good advertising scheme for that store.
The only person I know that's ever owned their very own coffin like this was Banker Fleming, because Banker got it with the hearse that he bought from East Mississippi.
That's right.
When they closed out the program or got rid of whatever, he got the car and the coffin, and he drove around with every Halloween. Remember it well.
Oh,
today is going to be the big day as they go back for that big Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
That's just gross.
And it's as fast as you can eat them. I mean, they've like rehearsed for this.
Oh.
We'll see if he makes it there. Who's the guy that wins all the time? You know, he couldn't enter it last year.
That cannot be healthy. And don't get me wrong, I like Nathan's hot dogs. I do. But my Lord, I don't want to eat 50 of them.
2 is good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Vegas odds on this as to who will win. It's big.
How bad have you got it if you're betting on a hot dog eating contest? I mean,
you might need to call 1-800. I need betting help.
Yeah, no joke.
There's always somebody in the crowd that'll bet on anything. What bird do you think will fly off the fence post first?
What movie was that? It was real funny, and they were it started in Vegas, and you know, you win the gold coin in a slot machine. And then you went to turn that in, and it was a group of y'all that was trying to make it to Arizona, the first to get $1 million, and it was a group of people who sat there, rat race, who sat there and bet on every little bitty thing there was. Hilarious rat race. If you haven't seen it,
I'll check that out.
Funny.
I hadn't seen that one.
Oh man, rat race, yeah, that is the funniest movie.
Going to it off $3.95. I don't know what they're talking about there. You know what that's talking about there? Off of Highway 19.
I don't know. It could be that store, maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There. Don't forget, Mississippi Highway Patrol is going to be out, and it's about every 3 miles you're going to see a state trooper somewhere this weekend.
Take you a little longer to get to where you're going.
Yep. You got to abide by the speed limit the best you can.
They have been all over 45, and I like it. It slows folks down. Go by Mathis, get you a watermelon, and relax.
A lot going on
there. Go by Greg's, make sure it's not going to fall out.
That's right. Come by there and Dylan will eat it out of the parking lot.
That's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Oh, man.
Those do get dropped quite a bit there. Let's see what else is happening here. Let me get back over here. We had some things going on. As I mentioned tonight, we've got this going on several times. I want to remind everybody about this. Parking will be available. They'll send you up in there. It'll be a great show. Of course, Scott's going to be singing along with the others. Gates open at 3:30. Vendors begin at 4 o'clock. And then most likely the bigger crowds will start easing in as dark 30 approaches. And the show begins right at dark 30. We do have one happening in Philadelphia there at Pearl River. I don't know. I think the rest of them, Archus and all that happened already, if I'm not mistaken. Kemper Lake has already been done. So that's what we know about that at this point. So enjoy yourself tonight as you're out and about. We need to say congratulations here. Meridian 12U All-Stars headed to the Southwest Regional.
Going to chase a ring.
We got some more here, if I am not mistaken. We have to say congratulations to the 8U girls. They placed third in the Dizzy Dean World Series last week.
Wow.
We didn't get a chance to put their picture up.
That's pretty good.
Proud of them. That's a big deal. And we got a pup found on Rob Sims Road. Anybody recognize this fella?
That's a pretty one.
It is. He's a big one.
That's somebody's baby. That dog's too pretty.
Yeah.
Well taken care of, isn't it?
Got a haircut.
Hey, that's something else. Now, be respectful tonight.
Yes.
Remember your pets. Remember the animals.
And some of our elderly men and women who fought in wars have a hard time during this year.
I want everybody to have a good time, but be safe and be responsible and just do what you know how to act. Like your mama used to tell you, you know how to act. Just do it.
That's correct.
But be respectful. And on the other hand, remember to those that don't like or call complaining, it's twice a year. They're celebrating.
Yeah.
Our independence. Don't call 911 every 5 minutes when you hear something. I mean,
that's correct.
It is still illegal in the city,
right?
But
legal in the county, you just can't do it within the city limits of Meridian.
Right. But again, be respectful. People going to be up later tonight, but hey, midnight, cut it off. Go to bed.
Start over tomorrow.
Yeah, do something tomorrow. But after midnight's pushing it. Now that's just my old opinion.
What's his name? Wasn't there a song called that? After Midnight?
Yeah. Eric Clapton. Yeah.
Thought I remember that line from somewhere. Sheriff's Department's been out training this week. I don't know if y'all saw all this. They've been out at the training center this week, and they're going to be turning the training center around as this is used more. Right here, this picture, this is where they were learning how to see that right there in front of the truck. That's what you call bust a tire program.
Yeah.
You got to get real good at that to be able to throw that out on the highway. And of course, this is going through a home. And it has those little targets that pop up, and they have to be trained as to what to fire at, what not to. But and then, of course, target there on the range. So they've been teaching a lot of there. And we welcome Greg taking over the training center. He's going to be doing a lot out there, some updates and more training coming back to Meridian like it used to be. So,
yeah, they're. I tell you, Greg taking over. He knows a lot of people. He's been in this for a long time. I think he's going to do an awesome job, and I look forward to working with everybody in this new administration.
Had another pup displaced. This fellow right here. He's trying to find his way back home. So if y'all happen to know him, let us know, and we can get him hooked back up the house. Looks like he got a shock collar there on, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he ain't going back then. I know what happens when you call.
That could be one of them, yeah. Or it could be one of those that lets your little door. He had that doggy door. It could be one of those sensors that allow it to unlock.
All I think about with the doggy door was Ferris Bueller's Day Off when the principal tried to come through the hole. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. I think about what's my Christmas movie? Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
No. Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Where he shoots him in the head with the BB gun.
Yeah, where he stuck his head in there.
Marv. What's the other one's name? Marv.
Joe Pesci's character was.
You know it. But what was it? Wasn't it the door handle when he finally made it through the glue and he grabbed it?
Oh, yeah, he put that up.
Iron on it.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was so funny. And the buckets of paint on the rope.
Dang.
Oh, man. Oh, and the glass Christmas balls under the open window. Barefooted.
Yeah. Good stuff, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. The Wet Bandits.
Yeah, the Wet Bandits.
One thing that you'll see that is going to be changing is like when you go to visit sites in America and you pay your little ticket to get in to see this. Well, Americans will have one price and tourists from other countries will be a little slightly higher as Trump has bumped it up a little bit there.
Well, I mean,
aware of that.
Our taxpayers go to...
They're first, America first. He said it over and over. We'll be right back. We got birthdays and a whole bunch of other stuff to come. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good and reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Right. Kenny Owens. Carl, you talking about Preacher? I won't see him. I won't be in town Sunday. That's a good preacher.
Where are you going?
We're going to go down there to the old beach. We got the RV set up down there for the month, and so move in.
So
everything ready. Put our feet in the sand. Hang out with the trailer hood.
Well, good luck with all of that. And again, we want to remind you there's going to be a large police presence throughout the state of Mississippi. No matter where you go, what you do, there's going to be extra patrols. Drive a little bit slower where you go. We don't want you to get a ticket. Those generally are not just fun to have to pay later.
No, they're not cheap neither. You're
they're
at least a couple $100.
Let's see if I want to say this. We brought this up earlier on the show about Harold, and I think I got this loaded, y'all. And I wanted to play this because it does kind of tug at your heart. Greg, you brought it up about animals knowing things that others don't.
That's right.
And I do have it here. Let's go here. I want to play this. And And there's several videos of this. What this is his funeral procession is approaching. That's the beginning of it. Harold starts alerting everybody that something is coming.
Nobody else heard any of that.
No.
It was Barry's old truck, which is being used by someone else now in the sheriff's department. He could hear it, and he knew the truck was coming as it led that.
Oh.
And he went to onking, and if you knew that bunch, that was
very touching.
It was. So that's what we had there in Clark County. Well, how many boy?
Yeah,
what'd you get on them?
We got us a list on here, boy. I tell you what, there's celebrations for the country and celebrations for birthdays and everything else. We got, let's see, we'll start now, so we'll finish by the end of the day. Joyce Gressett, 78 years young. Karen Cummins got a birthday. Dale Collins, 72. His grandson, Elijah Collins, is 18. Betty Wells has got a birthday. Joni Brooks got a birthday tomorrow. Bob and Patty Westendorf is 40-year anniversary tomorrow. Ben Mosley's got a birthday. Lisa Mosley's got a birthday. Laura Boland's turning 45. Johnette Buchanan, 102 Sunday. Wow, happy birthday.
That's a big one.
Olivia Matter is 21. Scott Shirello has a birthday tomorrow. Jeff over in Greene County's got a birthday. Diane Fuller turned 62 Saturday. Brantley and Brandy Dunn's got a birthday. Shiloh Lawson be 3 years old Sunday. Ricky Nelson turns 86 Sunday. Anna Cooper's got a birthday, and Bobby Hyatt turns the big 50. And Cody, I messed this up last year, and I said I wasn't going to mess it up no more.
I can't say it.
Sparandio is 44 today. Yeah, Cody Sparandio.
Happy birthday there. Hope it's a
happy
big one there
birthday
for
to
you there.
everybody.
It's going to be.
Anita Flo's got a birthday today. Yeah.
There you are. Well, as we come to the end of the show today, we want to say thank you for a wonderful year there of being with us as we celebrate this 4th. You're going to be out and about, Greg?
Be why I'm headed there right now. Get the doors open, open sign on. I'm going to remind everybody to please be safe and get them kids off the phone and get outside. If you don't do nothing but bust a watermelon and eat it in the yard, do something.
Yeah.
Can't help but just love kids and
family time.
Do something with your kids other than a phone.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm addicted to a phone just like everybody else, but I see so much. I mean, just y'all go play. Enjoy the 4th. Love somebody. Be nice. Come see us.
We'll be there. Odie, have you got a Bible verse for us?
We do, and I need to pull that up. But I got a birthday that I almost missed.
Amy's?
No, I am not going to forget that one for sure.
Also, yesterday, we have to say happy birthday to Buck Roberts. Buck had a birthday yesterday.
The Honorable Judge Roberts.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And I was told, now I don't know if there's any pictures floating around, that he might have had a sombrero on at a local Mexican restaurant.
So you're saying you and I wasn't invited to this birthday party?
What I'm saying, and
we're hinting at it.
I'm just saying.
Buck.
And you know, the Honorable Gerald Wayne was day before yesterday.
You sure was. Gerald Wayne had his big birthday.
Yes, he
Did y'all get him?
I didn't even know it was his birthday.
Place?
He come by and visited with me, come behind the counter and sat there a little while, and this big old guy comes in. Gerald Wayne. He said, "Who'd you play ball for?" The guy said, "Sir, I didn't play ball." Said, "I really didn't get into working out, until I got older." I said, "Where you work out?" And the guy told me the name of the gym he goes to. And I said, "But Gerald Wayne, don't you go to that same gym?" And he cursed me. I said, "How come you don't look like that?"
So you're saying it's not doing him any good?
I sent him a birthday card, and I got a California howdy back, is what I got. I sent happy birthday, Judge.
He called us some ugly names.
Some very ugly names. But shame on you, Gerald Wayne.
Happy birthday to everyone.
Yeah, and then the special one goes out Sawyer and Henry Hamner, my nephews, have a birthday today. So happy birthday to y'all. And I hope you have a wonderful time.
Michelle thinks there's evidence from Spunky from this event that happened.
On Buck's birthday.
That's Buck's birthday. Yep.
It might be.
Happy birthday to each and every one of you that had one.
You don't reckon Chuck and them, they couldn't go eat Italian because Chuck and them spaghetti noodles. They'll have to get a half an order.
He's got a feeling called a lovesick blues.
Yeah. Chuck's got to get permission to now.
He is called henpecked. We're just going to go ahead and say it. Chuck Roberts is henpecked.
I'm just saying he disappeared like a stealth bomber. He just we used to see him. He used to just eat with
lunch with us.
Was friends with us.
Yes, ma'am, is like a second language to him now, isn't it?
He's gone like just in the night.
So, what is it this lady's got that's got him hooked so much? Is it cooking? What is it?
I don't know.
Not getting any responses from anybody. Please let us know if the public knows. What do you know we don't know there, Odie? Over here whistling like he knows a secret or something. As we close out today, again, we want to say thank you. And what's our Bible verse for the day to get us going?
He's going to pull us up to, let's see, 2 Corinthians 3:17. Now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And what we're getting back to America is America first, and we're bringing back what we have right is right and wrong is wrong in the United States. But if you want true freedom, bring back the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ as the center of attention for all of the United States of America, all of the world, as that matter of fact. But start with bringing Him in your heart, and He will give you the relief, and He will give you the freedom that you so desire by following Him. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Celebrate, have fun, be safe. Happy birthday, happy Freedom Day, to the United States of America. We will see y'all Monday.
Have a great weekend.